No one's perfect. So
I was thinking about Tiger Woods right there. Like,
Oh yeah.
everyone thought he was perfect, like for ages, until everything's been crashing down with his extra activities.
All it took was a car crash, and the man, and the thing is,
leave Tiger alone.
But he was clean cut, all the way.
That's all. But that was manufactured. We knew at the end. But you know what? Everyone has their vices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody's got a weakness.
And so his way of staying, him. I think because he always had the edge, and he had the edge by going and doing what he was doing, because that's where he was getting his thrills. He didn't need drugs. He just needed.
Yeah. I read Tim Grover's book. I think it's Relentless.
And he's the trainer for, was it the
Jordan?
Yeah.
And he was saying, like,
It's a good book, man.
yeah, guys like Jordan, Tiger, Kobe, Dwayne Wade, and that. But he talked about Tiger, and he was like, he wish, because they all have that sort of thing in them where they don't give a damn.
Yeah, well, that's how they get there.
And
man.
that's why he was like, Tim was like, I wish Tiger just was like,
Came out and said, "That's right."
Yeah.
You know, when
exactly.
I always said that when I was so, I went, man, just admit it.
All of them, like, if they, whatever the things, they're just like, oh, this is who I am, or whatever,
exactly.
don't apologize, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
don't apologize.
You know, when you watch The Last Dance, and Michael Jordan, when he talks about his gambling and that, and he's admitting that he says, well, I had the money, so I could do whatever I want. And if
that's good. That's good.
He went, and then people went, oh, that's why he had the edge, man, because he's getting that, he's getting this fix. He's getting that fix somewhere else, and he just took it into the game. If he didn't, if he came out and goes, that's all lies, and people would go, yo, you're fooling yourself. Yeah, we already know, man.
Because I don't think most people don't understand, like, because I'm in the book is closers, cleaners. What's the first one?
Oh, it's cleaners. That's Michael Jordan.
That's the highest level, like
highest
Tiger,
and then
Tiger,
closers
Jordan,
under them.
Yeah,
and then coolers under them.
Coolers, yeah. So I don't think there's a very small percentage of the world that are cleaners, and I wouldn't even call myself a cleaner. So I'd be more of a closer. That's like the middle.
Because a cleaner, I remember him saying cleaner is like a lonely life.
So what are these three?
That's like the Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods,
levels
Kobe
of
Bryant.
success. Levels of success. Like,
why cleaner? What's
attitude.
the definition of cleaner?
So example of cleaner is Kobe, Michael Jordan.
Like they'll win and be like,
they'll do anything
people
to win.
People will be like celebrating and everything, and they're like, yeah, whatever. This is what I was meant to do. What's next?
Yeah, but they'll never be satisfied.
But why the word cleaner? What's behind that?
I remember the example he put was, when you see Michael Jordan come to the games, he's always in a nice clean suit, he's in a nice clean car, he walks in, but he gets dirty. At the end he gets dirty because that's his work, the work ethic he puts into his work. It gets dirty, but at the end it comes out clean. Like that was the meaning around that word.
And then closer, you said closer. What's the?
They're like he put LeBron in that category. Eh? He didn't put him in a cleaner because he went to a team to win a championship. He didn't win one on his own, like Kobe and Dwayne Wade and that.
A lot of LeBron fans going to be angry hearing that on.
I didn't say it. That's just what it was in the book. Tim Grover and he was saying.
A cleaner would never do that. Eh?
A
cleaner would never do what LeBron did. He would stay. A cleaner would have stayed with the Cavs
and won it that way.
And won it there.
Brought someone to him or whatever, did whatever it takes.
Oh, that's right. Because a cleaner, they don't study competition. He lets the competition study him.
Yeah. You're the aggressor.
Yeah.
You're the.
That's pretty cool, eh?
Yeah. So.
Is it on
how he puts it down?
Yeah.
No, it's on Audible.
Oh yeah, I'll go get it. I'll get it when I get it.
Relentless.
But where I was going with the cleaner thing is that I think most of the world just doesn't. They don't think in that sort of thing.
Because it's a sacrifice.
No one would understand it, so that's why I can see how they're so judgmental on those people, because they don't make the sacrifice. They don't understand what it takes, type of thing.
Because they don't even put the family first.
Nah,
the family's second.
Yeah, everything.
The winning is first. The family comes behind.
All cost. That's why I'm saying I'm not a cleaner, because I put my family and my faith first. So I'm more of a closer in the middle. Yeah.
But that's what Kobe did, actually. Like, that's why he was hard over his kids afterwards when he retired, because he knew that he lost a lot of time with the fams. So that's why he was hard over his kids, going to the games and taking them.
Maybe his mentality too was, once my career's over,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the same attitude towards my kids, where I'm gonna be a
exactly.
cleaner
Exactly.
to my kids.
Yeah. Because you can only be cleaner on one thing.
Yeah.
You can't have two things going.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah. I didn't. It's not a sad story, but I didn't quite have that thing. I think I needed to have that to go to the next level, you know, in my footy and stuff. But I think I put like other things first at times when I probably should have just been more selfish, you know, with family and different things like that, you know.
But it's cool you did that because that's a reality check, right? It's knowing what you have to do to go to the next level. Yeah. And if you say to yourself, "No, fuck, can't do that," and then that's okay. Because that's okay, right?
I made the Auckland team like early on, and then we trained on a Sunday, and I missed church, and I feel so like empty. Then the next week I missed training for it. But if I was a cleaner, I would be like, I'll find a way to go to church another time.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, church.
But for me, I was like, oh nah, doesn't feel right, you know.
But you're being true to yourself. Though.
Yeah, that's what I did. And I was like, yeah.
So and you know that's more of a.
But I wish I made it. Truth be told.
Yeah.
But saying that, how much of cleaner do you think Cameron Smith is? Like the career he's had, you know, on the top all the time every year.
He's a cleaner.
Nah, he is. Because his whole family is, and his wife's from like Queensland and stuff. So they moved like everything. It would have been, because I listened to him on the Matty Johns podcast, and like his missus put up with a lot. You know, looking after their kids on their own. And
when you hear those kind of stories, what the partner has to do, what the partner has to go through. When you hear those stories, that you can, he's a cleaner. Eh?
Yeah, because he didn't, you know, they didn't have their grandparents around and the aunties and uncles to help out. It was just because, you know, he wanted to play footy at Melbourne and be successful. So, he's definitely a cleaner. Definitely.
I think and this is a bad example of him being a cleaner, but his vision, like to try and always win, was the time when Alex McKinnon was in that tackle with Jordan McLean. Yeah, remember? Yeah. And Alex McKinnon and his family and everyone else got into Cameron Smith because he was worried about getting the penalty instead of actually, you know, he kind of had to look at the welfare of Alex McKinnon. Remember how he was paralysed after that?
I don't remember it fully,
Yeah. But, you know, he kind of went like this, but, you know, he might be faking and that. And people were like, what a asshole.
He was worried about the game more.
He was worried about getting the penalty, losing the penalty in that, you know? And then it kind of shows, like, you know, in the moment, he's about league. Yeah. He didn't. Maybe he looked. We know he's right, but then he wanted to win so badly that he was. Yeah. You know, and then people remember everyone hated on him. Yeah. You know.
But that was a chapter in the book, having a dark side.
Yeah.
You know, cleaners, they have a dark side, and they're not afraid that they can control it.
Yeah.
So, if that was Cameron Smith doing that, that's his dark side. Like not worrying about the welfare.
Yeah.
Worried about the game. Like that's dark, right?
Yeah.
But you gotta tap into it.
Yeah. Well, like another sad thing. I don't know if it's sad, but like with the box, you know, I was zealous. Like I was like, I'm heading towards a possible breakup in my relationship, like, or do I just, you know, what do I do? And I was like, I want my relationship. But a cleaner, I would have just carried on with the business, right?
Yeah.
I want this gym to be the best it's gonna, you know, in Auckland, New Zealand, whatever it takes, you know. You come along with me.
Yeah.
You know, but I was
that's
like,
the attitude, eh?
Yeah. But I was like, nah, I don't want to put too much stress on, you know, our marriage and our kids and stuff like that. So that's why I don't quite have that. I think, you know,
I'm gonna say 95% of people would all have the same thing because they place their family and their relationships before, you know, that kind of stuff. But you know, like you said, these guys have dark sides. Like Michael Jordan, you know, it came out later on that he had girls all over America and he was paying their rent, and you know, it was just going up in city to city. But that was just him, you know. These guys, it's like nothing can touch them, mate. Their mentality is like that, you know. And then
he's crazy.
They're crazy, yeah. There's something in there, but you know what? That's why that's what makes them the greatest, you know.
If I hear like, you know, on the last dance, you know, they'll play basketball and then, boom, he's like, he's straight to golf.
Yeah.
And then they're out playing cards and that. Yeah. And when I'm watching that, I'm like, what about your kids and stuff? You know, he's just like a single guy, yeah. But that's a cleaner, man. They do what they want to do, eh?
So what are they going to do? So that's a cooler, and then so what's a cooler? So
I forgot, man, but that's the lowest.
Oh, okay,
that's the lowest one.
You don't want to be a cooler.
That's like your teammates say.
I can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember because it was like I don't want to be that.
Oh, okay.
I just remember closer and cleaner, and cooler's like cooler's pretty much weak. So
Yeah.
I'm not weak. I'm not weak.
Have you seen the movie The Cooler?